Okay, so we decided to record a little video just so people know like what they're getting into when they're coming into this support group. So just to give some idea about the environment that they're coming into and the the atmosphere. Like I mean, because it's me and Liz, my girlfriend, who's running this. So, we sort of thought we'd introduce ourselves and talk a bit about the intention for the group and maybe what we envisage doing with it. Um, how does that sound, Liz?
Yeah, beautiful. And I'd really love to hear what you have to say about that because we've been talking a lot about it. So, yes, would you please share some of your thoughts about that?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, like, I mean, like, my basic thought is I want to make it as easy as possible for people to participate in this group because, like, I know what it's like to have social anxiety and I know what it's like to be having all those voices sort of telling you, oh, I just did something stupid, or like, oh, this is no good. And like, like just like providing a bit of a atmosphere where you can dip your toes in a little bit and start to experiment with, like, even at first just sending messages in the chat and sort of like, gradually just provide opportunities to participate. So like, we could be having a discussion about something and then somebody could send a message in the chat and they could say something, and then we could go, oh yeah, that's interesting, and talk about that for a little while, and talk about what they said, or at least have that part of the discussion. And um yeah, so and just find out that it's all right to share, get honest reactions from like open, friendly, sensible people who aren't going to be like, sort of like putting you down or anything like that, who are going to be encouraging and friendly, and just us, just who we are, so like, we have basically good intentions. So like, I think that will just help gradually open people out, and they might feel a little bit down the line like they feel comfortable coming on mic, so they can talk a bit on mic, and they might feel like they can, uh, do whatever, like, sort of however much they want to. Then they might just decide to come for a while and just talk on text, or even just listen for a while, and that's fine. They're just coming into this environment and having a bit of our influence. Like,
Yeah,
that's all that I was thinking of doing. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, precisely. Yeah, the main words that come to me when I hear that are safety, freedom, and choice. Like, uh, yeah, a safe environment, and then to have the opportunity to choose what we want to do depending on the situation we find, and yeah, just share as much as we feel comfortable sharing. Um,
yeah,
yeah, and having a taste, having a little creative space to let things happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Precisely, because like the only environments you have now, like the main environments that there are now, are sort of like forum posts, which are like total anonymity, and then like the other extreme is like proper in real life support groups. And if you go to one of those, like, you've got to show up and you've got to sort of do the whole thing, and they're not everywhere as well. They aren't in every city as well, so not everybody can come to them. But this is something like in between, where you can sort of like dip your toes in as much as you like, and like see, and we'll try our best. We try our best to sort of like make it so that, like, you can dip your toes in a little bit and have a good experience of dipping your toes in, like, um but like, yeah, this is a different environment. This is like a third environment where you can dip your toes in a little bit and just participate as much as you feel comfortable doing. And uh and um yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I was also thinking about my own struggles. And every time I think about joining a group, it's just like, oh, do I really want to do this? Because I have like all these inner voices telling me you should stay for this long or you should complete the session. So I have been struggling with that too. And it's been a process. Like, so that's why we're thinking about something really open and free. And when I imagine a space or creating or facilitating offering a space, I usually think, okay, I want to create a space I would be comfortable going to. So that's part of the thing. Like, having struggled with that, we've been thinking, how can we create something where we ourselves would like to be?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
like, I mean, turn up any time within the hour, like, because, like, I'm just imagining, like, based on my own experience too, like, and based on, like, where I've been before, and based on posts I've heard from other people too, like, I just know that some people will be like, they'll come and they'll think about, like, coming, and they'll really want to come. And like they'll be hovering over the Zoom link with their mouse, like thinking, "Shall I click it? Shall I click it?" And so, like, and then they'll think, oh yeah, well, it's already past the start time. So it doesn't matter if it's past the start time. Like, join at any point during the hour. You know, um, like that's just what we want to do. We want to make it easy for people to come. Like, consider like people who are most in the grips of social anxiety and cater to them. Like, specifically, like that's sort of like the starting position. Like, that we just like assume. Like, when someone new comes, we'll try our best to sort of like give them as much space and as much time and as much everything they want, like, because it's fine to turn up and not say anything for a long time too. Like, you don't have to say anything, like, so we're trying to give them as much support as we can, so because we know what it's like, we know what it's like to
yeah,
be really, really, like, nervous about
yeah,
engaging with something. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And we're in our own bedrooms, like sharing our space, but it's also fine to do this
yeah,
and just go off camera
yeah,
and not even, yeah. So we can talk like this
yeah,
or not talk at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever happens, fine. And like, I mean, me and you can sort of like talk about, like, if there's like just us two, and there's like, three other people or like 10 other people or however many people who are just here with their mics and cameras off, we can just talk about like our experience of social anxiety. Like, I can talk about my childhood, like how it developed, like, because we'll have a topic for every time, so we can just talk about the topic, and people can like participate in the discussion as much as they want. Or maybe somebody will want to come in and they really want to share, so we'll give them space and we'll listen to them.
Yeah, yeah. And even like if we are sharing our story, then just having questions like, how do you deal with this? How did this develop? How did you find this? Or why are you doing this at all? So questions are also welcome, sharings are welcome, silences are welcome, everything is welcome.
Yeah, 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 totally. Yeah, cool. All right, that's probably been 5 minutes. So should we end the video?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
cool.
as a final message to anybody who's thinking about coming, please come. Like, we'll try and be friendly. We'll try and give you the best support we can. Like, yeah, that's our intention. We want to do something
Yeah.
positive. We want to do something good in the world. That's the idea. We want to make the world a better place.
Yeah, that's a dream. Yeah. Making the
Yeah.
dream come true. Yeah.
And giving you opportunities to like test the water and take little risks is where you want to, like, in a nice, manageable way, like without jumping all in and then either everything going right or everything going wrong. Like, it's a way to just take risks that you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Precisely.
Yeah, cool. All right, thanks,
We'll
Liz.
see you then.
We'll see you then. We look forward to meeting you.